Hello? Hello? Okay, everyone, please return to your seats. We're now starting the second set of the show. Okay, starting off. First off, who were those imposters earlier? That wasn't us. That was someone else. Just to note that first thing. But I first want to go over, how was Pablo? Was Pablo cool? Was he good?
Thank you, Pablo, so much for your help.
Yes, thank you. That's our CEC boy right there. Love Pablo, love Pablo. But now we're going to be continuing the second set of the show. Are you guys ready? All right, with that being said, we will be starting off one of our new sets, which if you have a child, you probably heard the song a gazillion times, but it's a good one. I promise it's a good one. You may have heard of it, maybe K-pop Demon Hunters? Okay, good to hear. Well, get ready to hear that the whole entire way back home in your car. Can I get one of them? Can I please get one of the representatives to come out and introduce their set? Anya and Reza.
Hi, my name's Reza.
And I'm Anya.
So K-pop Demon Hunters is a 2025 animated film directed by Maggie Kong and Chris Applehand. Kong started the idea back in 2018 and spent the following 7 years developing it into the film we see today, inspired by Korean culture, K-pop, and shamanism.
So in the film, the Saja Boys are a demon boy band who act as Grim Reapers, performing the song Your Idol to seal their audience's souls for the demon king Guima. And tonight, we're going to recreate that experience for you, and hopefully you'll have a great time. Thank you.
Anytime it hurts, play another verse. I can be a song to wear. No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it opens up. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. I'm the only one who knows myself. Feeling when my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm careful what you're on your idol. Looking for the pain, 'cause it got me going viral. Yeah, nausea and the fever, making you a believer. Now that we ain't on Georgia, had an idol. Don't let it show, keep it all inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. Your obsession feels like an addiction. You're some girl, give me all your attention. You're the one, the only one. Yourself, feel it when my voice gets underneath your skin. Desire, I can be the star you rely on. Follow the trail, you can't look away.
Okay, now how is K-pop Demon Hunters? Personally, my soul was taken, but it's okay. It's been gone months ago when the movie first came out, so this is just the body right now. That's okay. But, okay, now, I digress. The show is not over, folks, as we'll be now introducing our next set that is a poem made by Angelina from the Middle Eastern North African Club. Let's get out here to her to get ready and start her show, am I right? Hey. Oh.
مرحبا اسمي أنجلينا وهاب راح أقرأ لكم شعر أنا كتبته اسمه هي الأرض. Hello, my name is Angelina Wahab and I'll be reading a poem that I wrote called She is the Land. Her skin tan like the Levant sand, her eyes brown like fresh figs, her hair curly like grapevines growing beneath the sun, and dark like olives pressed for oil. Her scent, it is sweet like watermelon, yet sour like pomegranate. Her scent salty as the Dead Sea, and bitter like Arabiya. Her touch, soft as linen, yet strong as desert winds. Her hands gentle as her grandma's touch, sprinkling zafta on warm bread. Her presence, her laughter soft like the wood strings. Her eyes pierced like desert light, peeking from the folds of her kufiya. Her gold bracelets jingle as the scent of sesame drifts behind her. Her people poured shy at sunset, generous and warm, laughed over joyful card games under starlit skies, sharing stories that keep her history alive. Her people guided by faith and kindness in every act. Her people strong as ancient stones buried in the desert. Her home, cozy like hand-stitched blankets shading the streets. Beautiful like the soup filled with spices and sweets. Fresh as the sea air brushing against warm house walls. Where food steams in bowls as soft music hums in the distance. A place where every corner feels like coming home. She is the land, the people, and the sea. هي الأرض، هي الروح، هي الحياة.
Can we please give another round of applause for Angelina and her poem? Alright, next up, we're going to have another performance from our MENA group, our Middle Eastern North African Club. And it's going to be in a traditional dance style called Debke. And we're going to have our lovely president, Sara, please come up and announce their club.
Marhaba everyone, my name is Sarah Hijazian and I'm one of the co-presidents of the Middle Eastern North African Club. Debke is a traditional Levantine folk dance that blends rhythmic stomping with vibrant community spirit. Rooted in the Levant, particularly Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine, Debke began as a communal activity often performed at weddings, harvest celebrations, and cultural gatherings. This Debke reflects Jordanian heritage by honoring the king, the Jordanian army, and the Jordanian people. This year, I've had the great honor of choreographing this dance, making sure to reflect the joys, the intricacies, and heritage of Jordan.
يا مرحبا بجيش علمنا حبك يا الوطن من يوم ما خلقنا وشربنا يا الهاشمي حبك مع المية هو جيش ابو حسين يا رب تنصر جيش ابو حسين جيش ابو حسين يا رب تنصر جيش ابو حسين هو واقف صفين عهد
everybody. Now that is Debke, for you haven't already known it already. Now personally, I was unaware of this dance, but it's such an amazing and powerful statement and performance. Am I right? Well, I hope you all enjoyed just as much as I did, as we have another beautiful dance coming up that provides a modern take on the Filipino diaspora. It is great to introduce both these ladies for their set, as this dance was inspired by my personal big from Apasa, Melanie. Okay, let's get a big round of applause for Angie and Deja.
Hi, I'm Angie.
Hi, I'm Deja.
We are performing excerpts from Alumni Mel Parlon's piece titled Bahay.
Through modern dance, we will capture the sisterhood of the Filipino-American diasporic experience.
Yeah.
beautiful, am I right? Go, Angie and Deja, that was beautiful. Okay, now we have another belly dance coming up, the last one of the evening. Dom Dom and Lely. Are you guys ready for one more belly dance? All right, let's do it. Get out here, ladies.
لفت دماغي لفت بقيت ماشي يا حبيبي بتلفت همومي خفت همومي خفت وايدي جت في ايديك فتدفت لفت لفت دماغي لفت بقيت ماشي يا حبيبي بتلفت همومي خفت همومي خفت وايدي جت في ايديك فتدفت لفت في انهيار وفي سهر بالليل قلبي اتغفل تسفيلة علي دار رامي نفسه في نار وبقى دار ده بقى دار في انهيار وفي سهر بالليل قلبي اتغفل تسفيلة باختصار يا ما شاء الله عليك جبار على حبك قلبي اتسيستم كده قلبي طلع من القمقم بقى زي الطبلة يدمدم ركا ركا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا تكا تكا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا تكا تكا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا تكا تكا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا دم دم ركا تكا تكا دم دم ركا دم ثبت وماله ثبت سمع دقة قلبي يدبت ويا مثبت ويا مثبت قصادك انت انا روحي تربت تربت زود حبيبي زود على جمالك انا عايز اتعود لا انا بجمد ولا بجود ده في قمر يوم لمحك حود زود على حبك قلبي اتسيستم كده قلبي طلع من القمقم بقى زي الطبلة يدمدم ركا 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 دمدم ركا دمدم ركا تكا تكا دمدم ركا دمدم ركا دمدم ركا تكا تكا دمدم ركا دمدم في انهيار وفي سهر بالليل قلبي اتغفل تغفيلة باختصار يا ما شاء الله عليك جبار ركا دمدم ركا تكا تكا دمدم ركا دمدم 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 إيدني لمسي من حضني من ضمه ونرحب عيد المركزي واصرخ واقول يما الروح بيروح وانا وينه وما فوقش غير لما يرجع اودع الهوا حواليك يترمى سألته ده الولع كان الدواء صدق سألت دلع لو فاكرها وصدق ومشيت وشوش الولع وجميلي ردوا اللي فتح باب الولع واجب عليه ردوا
Okay, how was that? Okay, good. I'm obsessed. And genuinely, it is a great core workout. For those who want to, work on that, definitely try belly dance. I will say, it got me looking right. Am I right? Did I look good? Thank you. I needed that. Well, however, these last few sets of the night is truly something special, as we'll be traveling to the Polynesian islands.
Greetings to you all. My name is Sean Alpha. I'm the residing president of SMC People of the Pacific. Tonight, we'll be showcasing 4 performances. With that being said, Malolele! As I introduce you, and as we head to the small island nation, the Kingdom of Tonga. For our first performance this evening, our boys will be performing Italian Mako. The Mako is an only male performance that demonstrates rapid movements and synchronization. With the fast-paced rhythms, quick gestures, the Mako is performed to represent the men's agility, strength, coordination, and gracefulness. Give it up for our pop boys! Wait! Maimari! Go! Malo apito to our pop boys. For our second performance tonight, Yorana! We'll be taking you next to the islands of Tahiti. I would like to introduce you to our girls as they perform a Tahitian item to the distinct movements that we call in Tahitian aparima. Aparima, for those of you that do not know, translates to the mimicking of the hands and the hand movements and gestures of storytelling. With this dance, it also demonstrates gracefulness and the slow paced rhythm. This style of Tahitian dancing is expressive with sensual and gentle body movements. Yorana! And thank you to our pop girls. For our next island, we'll be moving on to the land of the long white cloud, Aotearoa, New Zealand. Kia ora, as I welcome you all, and as our boys prepare to perform the Pahaka, this performance is the Maori chant and war dance. This is also performed by the New Zealand rugby team, the All Blacks, but it's also performed in all occasions. But it is mostly performed and primarily used to intimidate their opponents. With the aggressive and defiant stomping, chanting, and loud intensity of the haka, it shows pride, unity, and strength. Can we get another round of applause for our pop boys? I also want to say best of luck to our St. Mary's rugby team as they face Kaltuma in the semifinals. I also want to put a special shout out to our coach team and to our advisor for the club, Chris O'Brien. They're in the back. Woo! Lastly, to end off our sets, Talofa! I want to introduce to you our last set of tonight and this evening. I would like to welcome our pop girls up next to finish our SNC People of the Pacific's last performance. As we head to the islands of Samoa, our girls will showcase a Siva Samoa. The Siva Samoa, or Samoan dance, demonstrates the gracefulness of fluid movements through storytelling and gentle gestures. Talofa!
Let
playing and we will continue the rest of the show. How are the people of the Pacific? Can I have y'all come to my stuff? Y'all are amazing cheerers. Oh my goodness. Also, apologies, there may be some oil on the floor. So just so apologies for that. But before we have all the heads come back out, we first want to do our thank yous to that made this event even possible in the first place. So first off, thank you to all of you for coming out. This has been a year of really hard work, but we couldn't have done it alone. We want to first thank our amazing tech crew, Sasha and Clarice up in the balcony, and the IT staff as well. And next, the show would not be possible without you. We want to thank the cast for being able to be the backbone of tonight's show, who will come out shortly. We also want to thank the families and friends who came out again once again, and especially a big welcome to thank you to our cultural event coordinator team, all of our hard work putting into this event together. Now I'm going to invite the rest of the team to come up. Come on, team. Okay, as they come out, okay, well, go ahead, Mike.
Alright, so another big thank you. We would love to thank our IC director, Mitchell Foster, laying the foundation of the event and the IC staff. And we would also like to give thanks to all the vendors and food trucks that have been here for tonight, like Halal Bites, Koji Kitchen, Yummy Barbecue, Los Cuyos, Lizette's Soul Food, Bliss Pops, and Twister, who help feed our families, cast, and crew. A huge thank you to our vendors. We would also like to thank JB Events for the DJ and photo booth during festivities.
Welcoming Mitchell Foster.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michelle Foster, and I am the director of the Intercultural Center. I would also like to welcome my colleague, Tiara Clover, the assistant director of the Intercultural Center. Working?
Oh, there.
No, it's working. Great. We want to thank you all. There's a lot of people who have made this possible, but the core team is the CEC team, the cultural event coordinators. And I would like to call them to the front. I'd like to call Alexis Hackett, Margaret Vance, who are our hosts for tonight. I'd like to call on Sasha Murphy, and Jessica Okubanego, and Pablo Sanchez Moreno. And if the CECs could stand in the center, we would like to do a little tribute, which is going to be started off by my colleague Tiara. Tiara, take us away.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tiara Clover again. I am newly here, a month in, as the assistant director of the Intercultural Center, and I'm so grateful to be here with y'all tonight. I stand before you as a descendant of enslaved African and indigenous peoples of this land and many lands. I stand before you representing them, as well as my Gaelic and Celtic and French and Spanish and Portuguese ancestors. And I pray for the continued elevation of them and those of us who descend from all of this that we carry, that we remember our traditions, our culture beyond colonialism and empire and enslavement. We remember our traditions of storytelling, of arts, of healing. I'm also here representing Black folk, all right? representing as a non-binary Black person, the Black American princess who carries all of that on their shoulders. I'm here representing Black country folk, Black queer folk, Black Bay Aryans, because I know we exist. For those of us who have been both revered and subjugated, for those of us who have been appropriated from, stolen from, repackaged, rebranded for cultural aesthetics, I see you. For my brown skin girls, for my brown skin folk, dark brown, light brown, my kissed by the sun, celestial, blue, black folk, I see you, I hear you. The way that you are, your laughter, your cries, your visibility. I see you here on campus. I'm here with you. I feel you. And I want you to know, beyond grit and resilience, you are pillars of beauty and softness and power and strength. And you are the culture keepers and the culture bearers. And your work, your labor of just being does not go unnoticed. It is felt in the Bay all the time, okay? And with that, I say thank you. From the flowers of my heart, I give them back to you. Flowers to yours of all that was, all that is, and all that will be. And like Mitchell said, this event would not be possible without our CECs, and that means cultural events coordinators. I know we do a lot of acronyms here. Because y'all are the ones who amplify and uplift culture, who recognize that culture exists at the intersections of so much, and it could be so messy and so beautiful and so lovely. And in the month that I've gotten to be with y'all, to see you do the work that you do, I am just astounded. And I thank each and every one of you for making this possible.
And again, I want to name them. I want to name Alexis Hackett and Sasha Murphy standing here right next to me. They are the co-chairs of Cultural Night Showcase this year. I want to say that we have been rehearsing since Friday. We had rehearsals Friday night, Tuesday, and last night, but this night is a culmination of 6 months worth of work for this team. And so it is worthy of acknowledgement and it is worthy of praise. And again, I want to start with Lexi and Sasha, who led this in November. We started working on this. We thought about the themes, or the theme and what we want to do. And I am just really proud, and my heart is swelling in a good way about with seeing you grow and seeing you create leaders from your own leadership. So let's give a round of applause to Lexi and Sasha and their flowers as well. I want to shout out Maggie Vance. Maggie has been coordinating all of the workshops for all of the performers. So all of the performers have been hearing from Maggie since the start of this semester and the end of last semester. And she has done such an excellent job with communicating the expectations from the performers and also communicating what we need from them to make this a success. So thank you, Maggie, and you deserve your flowers. And last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge Jessica and Pablo. Jessica and Pablo are our newest cultural events coordinators. They started in January. They're brand new. And seeing them step up, they were in charge of making sure that all of the performers start in Clace Lounge and end up in this room right here before coming out to the stage to perform. And you all saw them too put like sets and what the needs are for all of the performances. And again, I'm so astonished by how you've stepped up and your leadership. and how you persevered to be a part of this team and create a very successful night. So give it up for Jess and Pablo. Again, y'all, this is the cultural events coordinators who I've had the best time supervising this school year. Let's give them a round of applause. Without our student leaders on this campus and without our student performers, tonight would not be possible. So thank you all so much. And with that, I'm going to give it back to Lexi and Maggie to continue with our thanks for the rest of the night and also calling back our performers for a final bow.
Okay, well that was amazing. Okay, well let's get you on the rest of things, shall we, Maggie? Okay, so first, again, we want to thank everyone again for coming out, and especially for the student enhancer fee for funding this show. And now we're going to let all the sets come back out once again. Are you guys ready to see all the sets again? Can I call West African to the stage?
And if you're a senior, please stay on the floor. Thank you.
All right, and next up, can we have both BFG Section 1 and 2?
And next up, can we have our pasta come on out? Next up, can we bring out our belly dance, please?
Hello?
Next up, can we have a poetry reading? Jackie Jordan? Next, can we have mariachi?
Next up, we have our K-pop dancers. on Ramina, Vokpom, and Debke.
All right, next up, can we have the Filipino modern dance come up?
All right, our final group, can we bring out SMC Pop?
As we get everyone assessed on stage, give us 1 second. We'll be taking photos of the whole group. Then you're more than welcome to take photos with your friends, family, etc. So please give us 1 second as we get everyone on stage. Just wanna get Can we get another round of applause of our entire Cultural Showcase cast? Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, now before we finish off, the reason why we have all the seniors in the front row is because we'll be doing a senior send-off by giving a rose to each of those senior performers tonight. So, can Jessica and Pablo, you guys distribute the flowers to each of the seniors? Can we do another round of applause of our seniors?
Seniors, thank you so much for all of your hard work. The show wouldn't have been the same without you, and you've left such an incredible legacy on our school and our performance. We are going to miss you immensely the coming years. We hope to see you again someday, and hope to see you next year.
Well, that